Hello, English language learners. This is Alan, your English coach, here with another episode of Pronunciation Practice, a series of very short videos helping English learners to perfect their pronunciation. Today is a special episode because it's the start of a mini-series. The next several episodes will be talking about the same subject. And that subject is represented by the simple word schwa. Now, even if you're an advanced English learner, you may have never heard the word schwa. Schwa is a sound which I would argue is one of the most common sounds in English and perhaps the most simple sound, perhaps the first sound children even make as babies. Listen closely, see if you recognize this and if you can repeat it. See how simple that is? Anybody could do it. A caveman could do it. So, schwa is represented by this syllable because it doesn't even have a letter. It's not represented by any of the normal letters or combination of letters in the alphabet, but several letters in English can take on the sound of schwa. Take, for example, this word, remind. Now, if you're relatively new to English pronunciation, and especially if you come from a language which is a phonetic language, you may be tempted to pronounce this word remind or remind. But notice that E isn't really pronounced at all. It's just a sort of a grunt, like a caveman sound, mind, remind. Here's another sample, garbage. Nobody who speaks English as a native would ever say garbage or garbage. That second A has taken on the sound of schwa. It's an so garbage. Here's one last example, photograph. We have the O at the beginning, faux, very well known. The A at the end, graph. But in the middle, we have this weird grunt, schwa. When nobody says photograph or photograph, photograph. That is schwa. So your work this week is to listen to the English language, listening for schwa within words. It's always, when we find it, it's within words that have two or more syllables. All right? So listen to some words in English. See if you can identify that grunt caveman sound of schwa, that sound, and practice it yourself with your own English. Please leave any questions or suggestions or ideas below. And as always, if you have an idea for future episodes of pronunciation practice, I'm very happy to accommodate. Bear in mind that the next few episodes will be part of this mini-series telling you more about schwa. Meanwhile, have a great week.